Hi, folks. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm back with another tagged response. This one's for Patty's Potato Peelers. 3 for Thursday. I decided to go with 3 vintage original Robesons. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I remember hearing Hobie. By the way, I haven't heard from Hobie in a while. I hope he's okay. But yeah, he always pronounced it Robeson. It's spelt Robeson. So, but I've always, for years, because I've had this for a while, I've always called it Robeson, which I'm probably wrong because I'm usually wrong. But anyway, I had to bring the book out for these. This is the Standard Knife Collector's Guide by Roy Ritchie and Ron Stewart. Thing is, this was published in 2003, 20 years ago, so the price guide is probably a little different, but I just want to show you some pictures. Here's the case buffalo clasp, although it doesn't have the stamp on there, which is kind of odd. This looks like a yellow horse. I have one of those. This is that special Victorinox. It has this, oh God, I forgot what they called that. And then you got a Wolstenholme. I have the Wolstenholme Barlow, some fighting roosters. Here I have something very similar to that, which is another fighting rooster, which this will also fit in this slip. So anyway, there's pictures and all kinds of stuff. Here, by the way, if you look real close, is the K-Bar Dog's Head Hunter. If you can see the dog's head right there in stag, and I have one of those. And of course, the Russell Barlow is here. I don't know why they put this thing on there. So I got one of those. Now, this Robeson Granddaddy Barlow, in this book, they have it worth $325. So you could probably add another 100 to that right now. So if you ever seen one of those at a dirt cheap price where the seller doesn't know what they have, snatch it up. And this is kind of how my channel's going to go. I'm going to be getting the fixed knives, and I'm going to be concentrating on cool vintage. I would love to get a vintage case. Some sweet. There's a vintage Remington, although no, that looks like that's the Delrin. But anyway, there's a lot of sweet pictures in there. We're not going to go through it. Don't have the time. Let's go. Oh, this here is valued at $195. I paid $190 for it, and that's from 2003. So this is probably worth $250, maybe even more. But okay, first let's go for the newest. The latest made. This is Robeson Sure Edge USA stamp. And I believe I'm going to put the date right up here with the tang stamp. It's pre-1964. Robeson closed their doors in 1964, sold their name to Camillus, who then sold their name to Queen. And Queen kind of picked it up as a house brand and made a whole bunch of them in in the 90s. And this, once again, is quite a bit different than the 1964, 60s, 50s model. But I love Granddaddy Barlows, so I picked this one up. And this has this really odd strawberry colored Delrin. And this shows the decline of Robeson. And that's why they closed the doors in 64, apparently. But they switched to Delrin rather than this patented. Queen also had acquired the patent for the strawberry bone. And a lot of different cutleries tried to imitate this strawberry bone, and no one could even come close to it. But Queen had the secret recipe, and they did a hell of a job with it. Here they tried doing it. Robeson tried doing it in a Delrin, but yeah, it's a pretty cool granddaddy anyway, and I think I got it for like $20 or something. Still a lot of steel on it, something you could beat on. So yeah, I forgot what the the date range, but like I said, I put that Tang stamp up there for you. This next one is the one I just picked up, and I told you, and there's a picture of the Tang stamp there. And it's actually 1911 to 1921. And if you look at these, they're really easy to research. Here's the Tang stamp, because they used a lot of different Tang stamps. And they were all hand stamped. You'll see it says Robeson, Sure Edge, Rochester, New York. And that's critical that it has the NY at the end. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of worn. Right down here at the bottom, New York. Rochester, New York, Sure Edge. And that's what makes it a 1911 to 1921. But then they also put each one of these numbers is hand stamped the model number. And this one says 626056. The last three numbers is the pattern number. So this is pattern 056, which they call the Big Jack, even though it's a teardrop. And the first digit is for the handle material. So 6 was for bone. The 2 is for 2 blades. And the next 6 was for steel construction, steel liners, and steel caps. So in case you don't know, let me get my magnet. And you'll see this is all steel. Bingo. Bingo. And you can even, it'll stick to the pins. Steel pins. So anyway, just a simply gorgeous example. Actually, I think they first sold their name to Cattaraugus. I'm probably not pronouncing that right either. Then it went to Camillus, then to Queen, after they closed in 64. I just want you to hear the walk and talk of a more than 100-year-old knife. I mean, even if this was made in 1921, that would give it 102 years. But I'm guessing this is more towards 1911. And this one's more towards the upper end of where they closed at 64, 1964. Look at no gaps. And that bone is just simply outstandingly gorgeous. But yeah, well, like when people start mentioning SHOT Show and all, I kind of just yawn now. Kind of really bored with all this micarta. Anyway, let's take a look at the gentleman's knife. Now, you would probably think that this one's older than this, but it's not. I'll put the Tang stamp right up there. And you'll see it's 2 blades. Still real snappy. Solid as a rock, no wobble. But if we can get to the Tang stamp on there, it should have matched what I just showed you. And the model number for this, 7 equals mother of pearl. Some beautiful mother of pearl, by the way. 7, and where's the next number? 2. 2 blades, and 2 is for the brass pins and brass liners. So I'm figuring this is closer to the upper end of what that date was. I forgot what they were, you guys. I think 1937 or something like that. But because of the brass, it's probably later than 20s. They started going with brass a lot in the 30s. So, but look at that. Let's check a size on there. Under 3 inches, 2 3/4, with the main blade being just over 1.5 inches. Plenty of snap left on everything. Just over 1 inch for the baby pen. But yeah, they would be using this to sharpen their quills. No doubt about that. Probably upper end users. So there you have it. Here's one that wasn't made by Robeson, but here's 3 that were during their decline and during their golden years. 2 beauties. So that covers 3 for Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll be on RJ's live stream Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Until next time, my friends, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.